Before offering a final reflection to the graduates, I'd like to give the graduates a chance for you to thank those individuals who helped you get to this point. Every single one of you has friends and family without whose support through these 4 years, not to mention your life leading up to Ithaca College, it just wouldn't have been possible for you to be here. So I wonder if you'd like to stand, turn and face your family and friends who are here, and give them the biggest, loudest thank you can possibly imagine. Thanks, Bill. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's made this day possible. Please do sit. The day was August 27th, 2007. You know what that day was, don't you? It was the day that many of you began your college experience by attending our convocation for new students. I checked, the day was warm and sunny. And I'm sure that if you close your eyes, it will seem as if it was yesterday. At the same time, it probably seems like you began your college career a lifetime ago. So much has changed in such a short time, both within you and in the world at large. You graduate into a world in which the amount of uncertainty is as great as it has been for a very long time. It's that uncertainty that reminded me of a film called The Graduate, starring a very young Dustin Hoffman in his first movie role. Hoffman plays a new college graduate named Benjamin. His parents are proud. They see a sky-high future for him. But Benjamin just mopes around the house after graduating. Everyone around him seems so sure of themselves. Everyone around him is so sure that Benjamin will be a great success in life. He isn't sure of anything. He's uncertain about what he wants, and he feels guilty about the opportunities that his parents and friends try to offer him, because all he knows for sure is that he aspires to something different. He can't define what it is. In a famous bit of dialogue from the movie, a friend of Benjamin's parents decides to give him a little man-to-man advice. "I want to say just one word to you, son. Just one word." "Yes, sir," replies Benjamin. "Are you listening?" "Yes, I am," says Benjamin. "Plastics," says the neighbor. There's a long pause. Benjamin just stares at the other man. "Just how do you mean that, sir?" The dialogue was funny at the time, maybe funnier then than it is now, because plastics was already understood to be more the wave of the recent past than the wave of the future. It would be as if the one word of advice today were microprocessors. Now do you get the joke? But the neighbor's prediction turned out to be more prescient than it seemed at the time. The future may not have been about plastics, but the future itself turned out to be incredibly plastic. Change has become the only constant we can rely on. If Benjamin had been a real person, he would have received his bachelor's degree in 1967, the year the film was released. He'd now be 65 or 66 years old, about to retire. Think what he would have witnessed between the day he graduated and his retirement this year. When Benjamin graduated, the greatest threat to American security was a country called the Soviet Union. The largest corporation in the world was General Motors, the same General Motors that recently emerged from bankruptcy. When Benjamin graduated, no one had been to the moon. And unlike many of you, we know that Benjamin actually listened to speeches at his commencement because he had no other options unless he brought with him either a transistor radio or a battery-powered record player. Today, the odds are pretty good that Benjamin is retiring from a job that did not exist in 1967, or that might have existed but is now performed in an entirely different way using technologies that were not even dreamed of when his career began. Of course, 45 years is a long time, but consider the pace of change in just the last 4 years, the span of time most of you have been at Ithaca College. When you were freshmen, there had never been an African-American president of the United States, and there was no reason to think there would be one anytime soon. When you started at IC, there had not yet been a global financial meltdown triggered by misplaced confidence in financial instruments that few people understood. The first iPhone came out just before you began your freshman year. David Muir brandished one earlier today. Today, as you graduate, you can buy a fourth-generation iPhone at your local electronics store, and the blogs are full of rumors about the new capabilities that will be added to the iPhone 5, surely coming soon. I'm willing to bet that you're looking forward to the release of the iPhone 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, and you'll joyfully explore whatever new plugins and apps they may have. You have not yet reached the generational divide at which one develops a desire to just have technology sit still for a few years so we can get comfortable with our existing gadgets. And here's something really exciting. You might never cross that generational divide. You may be the ones for whom change is so omnipresent that the only thing that would make you uncomfortable would be to find out there will not soon be another major advance in the way we stay connected to each other. You were born into a world of rapid change, and things have been speeding up ever since. Benjamin, the graduate of 1967, was depressed because no one offered him answers about a future that he could not believe in. You, the graduate of today, are equipped to generate your own answers. More of you than in any previous generation over the last century will work in small businesses. You may work directly with the company's founder. You may be the company's founder. You will, in any case, forge your own path rather than following a path laid down by others. As Danielle Geiserman just said, quoting Dr. Seuss, "Oh, the places you'll go." At the August 2007 convocation welcoming you to campus on the first official day of your freshman year, Ithaca College President Peggy Williams posed a rhetorical question. Who is responsible for your learning in the coming 4 years? Her answer, you are. Today, at the commencement marking your last official day as a student at Ithaca College, for most of you, I want to echo President Williams's thoughts. You are responsible for your learning and your success in the years ahead. You are responsible for fulfilling your potential, for being happy, for finding your voice, and for making a difference in the world. I know the statement that you are responsible can be a little terrifying, but the upside of the same thought is that you are able to shape your own destiny. And it's in that vein that I leave you with the thought engraved on your commencement medallion. Don't bother just to be better than your contemporaries or predecessors. Try to be better than yourself. Those words were written by William Faulkner, a Nobel laureate who, in an uncharacteristically brief pair of sentences, offers great wisdom for blazing your own path. It's the same wisdom that David Muir offered us when he said that Peter Jennings noticed him laboring in what he thought was obscurity on the overnight news. I hope you'll carry this medallion with you through life, and that you'll carry with it the determination to strive always to be better than yourself. Let me congratulate you on the journey you've taken as students at Ithaca College, and I hope you'll stay in touch so I can follow your continued journey. I promise to do my part. I will carry an iPhone to make it easy for you to stay in touch, even if I don't have or even want the latest one. Finally, and above all, I welcome you as alumni of Ithaca College. Congratulations. Congratulations.